What's going on, guys? Stefan here with you, S&E's Garage. Behind us we have our 2005 GX470 that we have been modifying here on the channel. You'll see we have it up on 33s. It's lifted about 3 inches. We went with the heavy duty springs up front for a little bit more lift. And then in the back we did go ahead and delete the air suspension. And today we're going to be addressing an issue with that. So for those of you that are familiar with the GX, it has a rear air suspension, and it also has a MagnaRide system, which allows you to set the stiffness or firmness of the factory shocks with this knob here. Now with our lift kit, unfortunately, or not unfortunately for me, because I wanted to delete it, we're going to be using this in the woods. We're going to be towing with it, and the last thing I wanted is an air suspension failure when I'm out on the trails or towing a trailer. So like I said, we deleted it. Now, what that does is that makes all of those switches in that center console completely useless. They serve no purpose, and they're just taking up real estate. So I did a little bit of research here, and we found Blue Dog Design Works. It's these guys here, and they design a new transfer case console cover that deletes all those switches, and you can get it with a couple of different options. I decided to go with a cup holder. They have switchboards. They have literally whatever you could ever want, they have. I'm going to leave their link in the video description below. You can pick whichever one you'd like. But what we're going to go ahead and do is install that today. So you are going to need some interior removal tools. I have a couple out of my kit here. These are what I'm going to use. I'll leave a link to a set of these in the video description below to help you out. Now, what's super nice about this piece here is it's going to come with instructions that are going to tell you just how to install it. So we're going to set you up on the GoPro inside the truck, and we're going to go ahead and install it. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the shift knob and the transfer case knob. You can literally read the directions. They tell you exactly what to do. We're just going to go ahead, remove that, get the knobs off like so, and then we're going to go ahead with our trim tools, and we're going to pop these two side panels off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove the shift boot here. Now they do tell you that it may stay attached to the boot. If it does, they also say that that's totally fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. Let's do the same thing here for the transfer case. Like so. Now they also say to pull up your parking brake and to unzip the boot. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well. Okay, up next, we're going to take our trim removal tools here. I'm going to try this one first. And we're going to go ahead, and we need to get basically under this panel and pull it up like so. And this one should come out nice and easy. Now we need to do the same thing here. Get in, pull it up, and set them to the side like so. So now that we've gone ahead and got these trim pieces off, we can now go ahead and begin to remove the whole center console. They want us to start here by the parking brake. So we're just going to grab it and pull up and work our way around. And it should come up like so. So we're going to slide it here off of the parking brake first. And we're going to unplug some harnesses here. We have one here by the shifter for the Prindle, or the park neutral reverse drive warning lights, basically the lights that let you know which gear you're in. So without getting in your way here, I'm going to go ahead and unplug that. Now we can go ahead and remove this, and let's go over to the workbench and figure the rest out. So this is the panel that we went ahead and removed for the transfer case selector switch. The top towards the dash being here, and the bottom by the cup holders being here. Now on this panel, there are 4 screws that we're going to have to remove. There are 3 at the top, 1, 2, 3, and a 4th one here, 4 down at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and unscrew them, and that should make this panel come out. Now after you remove those 4 screws, there's going to be a 5th up here in this top right corner. which would be the passenger side if you were still in the car. Just go ahead, remove that, and this panel should now be free to remove. The only thing that we are going to have to do is remove these electrical connectors and zip them off to the side so that they are not in the way or interfering with anything up under the console. And now you can set this aside. We are going to have to remove the shift boot from it. Super easy. You just push up on these tabs and the boot will come free, as you just saw. We can now put this aside. Now, if you're like us and you ordered the provision for the downhill assist control selector button, now is going to be your time that you're going to remove it from this factory panel. You're going to push in on these blue tabs here and push the button out from the front. It will come out, and we can go ahead and slide it into its new home here on the new panel. Next thing you're going to do is go ahead and reinstall your transfer case shifter boot. It slides right in just like the factory one and clips into these 4 clips. Now we can go ahead and set this guy here back up into the center console. The back side is going to slide in first. And then the front will follow. Now we can go ahead and put our 5 screws back into place. Don't over tighten these, you could crack it. So I have a screw gun here with a clutch. I'm going to set the clutch to like 3 so that we're not murdering this thing. Okay guys, so we went ahead, we plugged our Prindle back in here to this harness. There is going to be a connector here that is no longer used because, like we talked about earlier, we deleted it. So just tuck that aside so it's not going to be getting in your way. Make sure your shifter boot or your emergency brake is up. And we're going to go ahead now and just begin to get everything here into place like so. So we're going to start here with the shifter knob. I almost wonder if this would be easier if the truck was in neutral. Let's see. We'll try neutral. Let's see. Because that should move this into a more suitable position here. Let's put this down a little bit. Okay, that's in place. This is in place. We can go ahead and plug our connector back in. You should feel a nice click. Now we just have to work our way around and clip everything back in. Okay, let's put this back in park. And now we can take our shifter boots and screw them back into place. Lock it in. Let's do the same thing here with the transfer case. Parking brake boot here. Lower it. Now we can take our trim pieces that we removed earlier and secure them. like so. This install is done. Let's get you off the tripod and check it out. And this is going to be your finished product. This has a very nice texture to it. It's probably like 3D printed or something like that, but I like the texture. It looks nice. It's nice and shiny. And it freed up a bunch of real estate here for something a lot more useful, which is a cup holder here for the driver. So now we got 3 cup holders up front. We have a full family that sits in this thing when we're using it, so the more cup holders, the better. I'd much rather a cup holder than a useless set of switches that I can't use. Now, luckily for me, there is some more room up here. I may, in the future, when I put my front bumper and a light bar on this, I may put my light bar switch right there, which I think would be an awesome use of that space. Nice, you know, easy to get to. And it like I said, it completely changes the look of the interior here. It, you know, it refreshes it, and I think it looks great. So definitely check those guys out. I'll leave their link in the video description below. So if this video helped you revitalize the interior on your GX470 by deleting those useless switches after deleting your air suspension, please like, share, and subscribe. We do have a ton more content coming up with this GX. We just picked up our 12,000 pound winch. It's a Badlands Apex. It's a Harbor Freight winch, whatever. I use one on our Jeep and it has never let me down. We do have a Metal Tech front bumper coming for it, so that should look beautiful up here along with the winch behind it. And that should also bring our front end down a little bit. We went with the heavy duty springs up front. I'll leave the video to the lift kit install if you'd like to check it out. So basically, if you look at it from the side, the front is sitting about maybe a ½ inch or so higher than in the back. But once we add another 150 pounds of weight to the front of this thing, with that bumper and that winch, hopefully that's going to bring it down and level it out. So again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.